It's okay to admit you're not as happy as you know you could be. And if that feels conflicting, my best guess is you're like so many of my clients, like my past self, where you're looking at a dual world. That inner world of not feeling fulfilled, not feeling satisfied, but an external world of having it all. You look around and think you have everything that you need, so why are you still not happy? And it's because of this that you've kept this feeling for the most part inside of yourself. You haven't really brought it up to your partner, to your family, to your friends, because there's a part of you that fears they will judge you. The good news is you have found a safe place to explore this feeling with me. And in the next few minutes, I will walk you through 3 powerful coaching perspectives that have helped many of my clients who felt like you understand this feeling and learn how to get out of it. If you're ready and grateful that you found this video, hit the like button to let me know, and let's get started. So before Coach Marin shows up for this video, let me talk to you as a friend, because I've been there too. The season of life where I felt like I was living a dual life, everything objectively was good, and yet I was still feeling unfulfilled inside, happened during my graduate program. I had already successfully made my way through undergrad, magna cum laude, graduated with my psychology bachelor's degree, and then applied for the only positive psychology PhD program in the country, even though my professors in undergrad told me there was no way I was getting in. Guess who got in? This girl. I was very proud. I was very excited. I moved my stuff from Wisconsin and Minnesota all the way over to California. And when I told people about this part of my life, I'm in a PhD program, I'm studying positive psychology, I got applause. In fact, I don't know if any individual questioned my path at that point. And I'll bring that up because this definitely ties into what we're talking about today. The societal norm we have created makes this feeling of unfulfillment even harder. Because again, everyone around us and everyone around me during that season was applauding my efforts. There was no external indicator to clue me in that maybe I wasn't on the right path for my fulfillment and life satisfaction. All signs pointed to success. My best guess is you are likely living some variation of this. Maybe yours looks more like a family life that you have created, or a job that you have climbed up to a higher position, to that success that everyone around you is saying, yes, this is what you've been working toward. But then what's going on inside? For me, during this time inside, when I was in the PhD program, I felt confused because of the duality that was happening, and I felt guilty. I had made it into the only positive psychology program in the country. I had taken a seat that someone else could have taken for this PhD program. And also, people around me were proud of me. So who was I to feel like it wasn't enough? Who was I to feel like I was better than this? Feelings really don't lie. And the back cover of my book says it all. Let me get that. If you think there's more, you're right. If you think there's more for your life than what's currently happening, no matter what is happening around you logistically, no matter how much you can justify that life is good, it's fine, if internally you're feeling like something is off, something is off. For my story, because I did eventually follow that gut feeling, I admitted that I wasn't feeling fulfilled even though all signs pointed to success. I started taking steps away from the calculated career that wasn't leading to my greater fulfillment, and I started taking steps toward a life and a career that lit me up. This involved, for me, opening a business, coaching clients full-time instead of just on the side, taking risks confidently most of the time because I felt so self-assured that I was doing something I loved and I believed in. And that includes trusting myself to pivot and problem solve, because this path isn't easier necessarily. It just feels a heck of a lot better. Rather than challenge showing up with hard effort and soul-crushing tasks that I had to make myself do every day, challenge shows up as taking big, bold risks, learning more about myself, growing as a human, as a partner, as a daughter, as a business owner, which includes challenging you to show up and serve the world in bigger and greater ways than you are right now. You deserve to feel happy and excited about what you're doing. So let's start this process for you today, right now. Three steps include admitting, understanding, and then feeling what's going on right now. So that first step, to admit the feeling. Do it in a journal. Maybe you're already doing it just by watching this video, but really before any change can happen, you have to break it to yourself. You're not happy right now, and that's okay. And if guilt comes up, that's normal. I have other exercises on this channel for that purpose. But we can't address those things if you don't first look yourself in the mirror or write it down in a journal or watch this video with honesty and say, yeah, this is me. And within this step of admitting what you're feeling, sometimes it really helps to have an identifier or a name for what you're feeling. So bringing this to positive psychology, if you resonated with the first part of this video, my best guess is you're experiencing low life satisfaction rather than other things like happiness or well-being, at least defined by the research. You can interchange happiness and well-being or whatever word works best for you. But it might help you to understand that life satisfaction is less about the objective reality of what's happening, your needs and wants being fulfilled, and it has more to do with how you perceive your life and how you feel about your life. So one story referenced in an article on life satisfaction shared that an individual with a terminal illness, as an example, may have a higher life satisfaction than an extremely wealthy, seemingly healthy person. So with this first step, admitting to yourself, check in honestly, how are you feeling about your current life? Regardless of what your logistical mind can point to as what you have, how do you feel? How do you perceive your life currently? Then step 2, to dive even a little bit deeper into the psychology behind what's going on to understand why you're feeling this way. Knowledge is power, and understanding why you're feeling this way is another big step to get you out of feeling unfulfilled and start pursuing greater life satisfaction for yourself. There are 4 different elements that are at play here: life chances, course of events, flow of experience, and evaluation of life. If you want to understand this even further than what I'm about to dive into with this video, I have an article linked below that walks through all of these as well. But these are the 4 elements to check in with and wonder what one of them or what combination of them are influencing your life satisfaction, decreasing your life satisfaction. The first one, life chances, are your external reality. Economic welfare, political freedom, culture, social position, resources, family bonds, physical fitness, all of these external elements that very much play into your ability to feel and experience and pursue life satisfaction. Many things in this first category are not fully in our control. This is something all of us collectively as a community can work to change to ensure that everyone has greater life satisfaction by improving all of these things for all people. And something I really strongly believe in is that in order to improve everyone's life satisfaction and well-being, we really have to start with our own. So coming back to you and what you do have a lot more control over, let's focus on the last 3 categories. Course of events include things like company, choosing to first be in company. That's especially important for all of us right now in 2022. It includes choosing challenge instead of staying in our strict routines, and seeing and acknowledging beauty. The third category, flow of experience, hits on some really important emotional aspects of how we interact with these things. So showing up from a place of love, respect, excitement, and they used this word in the article, which I loved, rapture. And then lastly, the evaluation of life is really directly how you perceive your life, and specifically how you compare your life to what you deem or what you believe to be a good life. Right now, I'm just barely touching the surface of what life satisfaction looks like and what these 4 elements are. Again, there's an article below, but also stay tuned next week. I'm going to use these 4 elements to help you take actionable steps to start increasing your life satisfaction. But the point of today is to understand why you're feeling the way that you're feeling. And this starts to paint a good picture. Now that you understand why, hopefully any of the guilt or the feelings that you should be feeling a different way than you are feeling right now can dissipate and create space for what's actually going on in your inner world. Next week on this channel, I will lay out 3 actionable tips to start to transform this feeling into one of greater fulfillment and life satisfaction. But for now, it really is just to feel the feeling. That's the good news and the bad news. It is really simple to do and probably a little bit uncomfortable. That's why we are in this together. That's why hopefully you find a community here. Comment below to make this community come alive, to tell each other that we're not alone and inspire each other in the journeys that we're taking from a place of questioning our life a little bit, looking for that fulfillment to finally experiencing the fulfillment and happiness that you know is possible for your life. This really is your first step to transformation, just to feel your feelings. It sounds simple because it is. You're admitting what you're feeling, you're understanding this feeling a little bit more, and then taking time to feel the feeling. These 3 steps will not absolve feeling unfulfilled, and next week will take you even further to feeling more fulfilled and experiencing that happiness that you know you're capable of. But this today is the first step, and it's required. It is a prerequisite to everything that is to come. Back to my own story, if I hadn't first acknowledged and gave weight and credit to me feeling like something was off, I never would have sought support or started to make a change toward a life that I was proud to live. This also correlates to the first 2 steps I share in my decision-making framework, which I dive deep into in my book, Ready Enough. You can learn more about these steps by purchasing my book, or if you want chapter 1 for free to get a little teaser, go to yesandbymaureen.com/readyenough, which is linked below, and you can get that first chapter free. Regarding today's video, if you enjoyed this content, if this resonated with you, please give me a like, let me know you're enjoying this, and comment below to be part of the community. And also to spread some support to others who are definitely feeling the same as you, because none of us are alone in this. As I said, next week, I am sharing the first steps you can take to get out of the feeling of unfulfillment. So if you're not already, subscribe to this channel, turn on your bell notifications so that you know when that video goes live next week. And if you can't wait until next Tuesday to see me again, follow me on Instagram. I show up there more regularly, and I would love to hear from you. I feel you. I feel where you're at. I see it every day in clients. So know that you're not alone, and know that there is a pathway through this. Start with today, start with these 3 steps, and I promise I will hold your hand through the next steps coming up next week. But for now, just admit, understand, and feel that feeling. You've got this.